Change is all around us. In fact, most recently we went through some of the most extreme change we'll ever go through, and that's with the COVID pandemic. As a result of the pandemic, we've all experienced additional change and stress in our life. So what is change? Simply defined, change is moving from the known, what we know and love, to the unknown, those things that can be somewhat uncomfortable in our life and create additional pressure for us. I'm going to take you through the emotional cycle of change. This is a way in which we can manage change in our life. So by understanding the emotional cycle of change, this will help you navigate any change that you come across in your life. Change is hard. Change is emotional. As I walk you through the emotional cycle of change, I want you to consider changes that are upcoming in your life. Think about how you can successfully navigate through whatever change it might be, no matter how difficult. Consider a change that I may be presenting to you, and how I might describe the future being much more positive than where you are today. This is how the emotional cycle works. If I present this in a way in which you get excited about it, you're going to be pretty positive, in fact, optimistic about the possibilities. Over time, things do tend to trip us up a bit, and we may start getting a little less optimistic about it. In fact, we may move into a little bit of pessimism around what's going on. Maybe it's not happening the way in which I described to begin with. Maybe we're running into difficulties or barriers that we didn't anticipate. The objective here is to make sure that this change doesn't get us down over time. As we navigate this emotional cycle, we get to the bottom. Eventually, we reach a point in which we begin to look at how the possibilities of the future come together for us, and we can help pull ourselves out of the difficulty. Sometimes despair, oftentimes depression, depending on how significant the change is in our life. So how do we do this? As we get near the bottom, we begin to seek support. All of us need support, especially if it's a change that we've never been through. How could we possibly expect ourselves to get out of the difficulty of this change if we don't know how to pull ourselves out? Seek support in your life, ways in which we can begin to look toward the future with positivity and optimism to begin that trajectory to success. I just want to share with you that it's okay to get down during these types of difficult changes, especially the really emotional ones that come from loss. The reality is, our resilience comes from our ability to bounce back from that point, that low point that we're experiencing in this change. In fact, as we focus on the future, that light at the end of the tunnel that we're looking for comes from that resilience. Any meaningful change that we navigate through and the experience we have becoming more resilient helps us navigate through any difficult change in the future. As you navigate the next difficult change in your life, consider the emotional cycle of change and how you can more effectively navigate changes like that through resilience and support of those around you. If you'd like to work with me on change or a variety of other leadership topics, connect with me at HustedLeadership.com. Have a great day.